Oh, things are crazy, aren't they? Have you looked at the price of gold? And you know what? I sold another one yesterday. Got over $3,900 for it. And I sold one the day before. Got like $3,900 for it. I sold some silver. Yes. Got just a little bit for that. But with that being said, I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. Would you look at that beauty? 1 ounce gold Liberty. Probably should have kept the Buffalo instead. Oh well, I figured this one would have a little bit more longevity to it because it is comprised of other metals outside of gold, so it weighs a little bit more than an ounce, but there's 1 ounce of gold in there for durability purposes, so that's why I got rid of the Buffalo instead. But I'm getting down to the nitty gritty. Okay. And I'm a bit concerned. In fact, something came to my mind just yesterday, and I wonder if I'm onto something. If you will, like this video, hit that thumbs up button. Let's get into it. You guys seen Bitcoin as well? Yep. Going down to like 100,000, right? Is that what it's at right now? 100,000? I'm making this video today. I'm posting it right after I make it. The 5th of November. Bitcoin. What's going on? I watched a video on YouTube. Some guy was saying that the whales who purchased Bitcoin early on are selling off. But then I say to myself, what are they buying? You see, these people don't trust the US dollar. So it wouldn't make sense that they're just going to sell it and hold it for too long. They don't trust the dollar. They're not buying S&P 500 because that hasn't received a spike. In fact, that's down a little bit. You know what I think they might be doing? The same thing those foreign banks are doing. They're buying gold, or more likely, they're holding the cash, and they're all going to buy it at the same frickin' time. Kind of like insider trading, only I don't know what you call that. A planned attack, you know? They're going to buy it so frickin' fast. It's going to skyrocket. I mean, what if that happens, you know? Or am I just thinking this way because I just sold some? I'm a tidbit concerned is all I'm going to say. I mean, you got the people on YouTube who are saying, oh, yeah, the gold, it's going to get 10K an ounce. And then you got the people on YouTube, they're saying, oh, yeah, the gold is going to get to 50K an ounce. Now, how much would I be kicking myself in the ass if that happens? Unbelievable. Here's what I think might be going on. I hope I'm wrong. What if people knew about this for a long time? Some of the whales getting into the Bitcoin early on, just holding, being quiet, shutting their mouth. Now they're selling off the Bitcoin, making all the neckbeards freak out, causing the neckbeards to sell it as high, but I'm not going to sell it. I don't care if it gets to $1. I'm not even kidding you guys. I'm not going to sell it no matter what. Okay? I don't have a lot of Bitcoin. I have like $6,000 worth right now. All right. when it's at like 100K. So I don't know, do the math. I ain't going to sell it, man. But to me, it was always a risk asset, you know? Bitcoin's just a gamble. Yeah, I think it's going to be a good idea. Yeah, I think there's a chance it could go really, really high. But there might be some turbulence, and it might not. Okay? But the gold, they use the gold. Why do they want the gold? They make it in the chips. They put it in the microchips. They put it in the electronics, okay? They put it in the weapons. They put it in the medical stuff, okay? They don't put Bitcoin in the medical stuff or weapons. And they sure as hell don't put the paper dollar in that stuff either, now do they? This isn't even paper anymore. It's just in the air. It's just made up, okay? I mean, yeah, it's numbers on the screen. Not backed by anything of intrinsic value. Since the 70s, but unbelievable. What if this is what they're doing? Okay, I'll get to the frickin' point. What if the banks are buying the gold because they're trying to stop the massive allocation of power to the USA? I just mean, what are you talking about, Matthew? Look what's happened over the past handful of months. Look it up. Last I checked, $20 trillion being allocated back to the United States in terms of industry, big business, electric grid, AI, everything else, okay? $20 trillion of stuff that was going to be happening elsewhere. That intrinsic power was going to be happening elsewhere, okay? Where is it going to be happening? I don't know. China, you know, wherever the hell else, man. It was going to be happening somewhere else. It was happening somewhere. Mexico, you know? China, where else? Thailand, all this other places, man. Taiwan, you know? It's going to be happening all over the freaking place. India, okay? The surrounding nations. I mean, it was all throughout. And some say, well, apparently, Big Red Dragon Country is the one causing all the power everywhere. They're the ones outsourcing the labor and everything to Mexico because it's getting cheaper there because there's being an allocation of power. You see what I'm saying? And it was heading toward the Big Red Dragon Country. But now I'm just wondering, what if they're seeing this happening and they're trying to stop it? That's why they're buying the gold like little toads or something. What if they want to buy the gold slowly, and then they dump a little bit, and then they buy it, and they're just trying to do this shift where they can get all the damn gold, and they're trying to diminish the allocation of the US dollars into the big business that's going on in the United States, you know? Like the S&P 500 stuff and all the allocation of those entities coming back to the United States. You see? What if they're trying to stop, like people like me, for example, or you? What if they're trying to stop our money going into those companies? And they're like, well, we need to pump up the gold. They're going to see the gold going up. And they're going to want to put their money into gold. And then our money won't be going into the S&P 500 and stuff, you know? Depowering those industries that are coming back here. I mean, I don't know. I could be wrong, man. I hope I'm wrong because I don't want that shit to happen because I don't want to see this stuff go really high. I don't got much left. And I sold it. Okay, and I'm a little concerned, a little paranoid, if you will. But it almost makes sense. What if that's why they're selling off the Bitcoin and they're going to buy gold? You know? And they're selling off the US dollar and buying gold with it. They're just throwing it back into the monetary system. They're trying to diminish the building up of these industries in the United States. Because people are going to see them crashing and they're going to pull their money out and throw them into things that are going up. Like, I guess, gold in this example. You know? Maybe I'm tripping. Am I tripping? It made more sense last night when I was chugging coffee. Well, actually, I was chugging coffee until about 3 p.m. All right? And there were some grounds in there. I was really sucking them down. So it got me going, and I was like, damn, dog. What if that's what's going on? In which case, I shouldn't have sold that damn gold. But I guess others would say it's a buying opportunity. The Bitcoin's down. The S&P 500 is kind of like fluttering right now. A little below the top. So it's not that bad, really. In fact, it's pretty good. But is that what's going on, man? Can someone help me out in the freaking comments here? I mean, ideally, I'd like to see this drop. You know? Like to think, okay, 4,000, it peaked a little bit, it's going to drop. What scared me is I don't want to hold a damn bag. I bought this stuff at about $1,900 an ounce. I don't want to hold the damn bag. You look at the historical stuff. I mean, look at silver. It goes like wheat, and then it's down for like 15 frickin' years. Just sitting somewhere in your house or in your frickin' yard. You bury it like a damn pirate. It's just collecting dust, man. And it's not working, it's not producing dividends, it's not contributing anything to anywhere, it's just sitting there, you know? I don't want to be caught holding a damn bag. Alright? Another problem is how much of this shit do they even have in the world? I mean, some people on YouTube are saying there's big old pits of gold and silver that these higher powers of the world or whatever are hiding. And they can manipulate the market with it whenever the hell they want. You see what I'm saying? If the price goes too high and they're scared, people, the general population is just going to keep buying it. They'll just influx it and then they'll crash the market and people sell off in fear. And then they'll quickly buy it all up again, you know? I mean, I don't really know. I mean, yeah, they can't do that with Bitcoin. But they can try to manipulate it in other ways, like what might be going on right now, or they're saying, oh yeah, these whales, they're selling it off. But I mean, you can't make more than 21 million of them, so, you know, we can have shares in that. And I mean, if the general population harnesses enough of that, these big whales and shit, they can't really manipulate it as easily, you know? Which I think is the idea. Then you got these bastards banning it. I mean, yeah, Big Red Dragon Country banned it, right? Obviously, but from their folks buying it, but who knows, man? There's all sorts of wonky shit going on, and I just hope I didn't make a mistake. Tell me now in the comments. Iceman made a big mistake. Or Iceman, I think he did the right thing. But what if I'm onto something, you know? I mean, it doesn't really feel as plausible as it did yesterday when I was suckling and suckling. But I mean, you could still kind of make sense of it, you know? What if they're buying a bunch of frickin' gold because they want us to see the gold going up and up, and they know that people are going to buying friends if this ain't going up. They're going to get scared, and they're going to sell their S&P 500 stock, and they're going to sell their Bitcoin. They're going to buy the gold because it's going up, and it's going to diminish the production impact of all the allocation going on with things coming back to the United States. See what I'm saying? Because they're going to be like, our pockets are empty. These people aren't giving us money anymore. We allocate our industry here to the United States, but these people aren't giving us the money to keep the ball rolling here. They're just putting it into gold. Because these bastards in the big banks all over the place started buying up the gold, causing a buying frenzy. And then what happens next? I mean, probably bad shit, right? Anyway, let me know in the comments your thoughts on these matters. I'll see y'all tomorrow.